The Tale of Princess Emma, a story for Relay for Life. Welcome, traveler, to the enchanted wood by the finishing school of angels, and to our tale of hope, says the dwarf as he guides you to your horse. This tale would begin with once upon a time, but it is a woeful tale that happens all too often. However, it is also a tale of hope, built on the determination and generosity of people like you in the fight against cancer. It is of the beautiful Princess Emma at the table just there. A self-examination revealed a lump in her breast. See her, mournful and stricken, near the statue of death and the crows of despair overhead. But sadness gives way to fear and anger, and she flees off into the woods to find knowledge and help. Follow her, traveler. My brothers will aid you along the way. Follow her down the path of despair to hope. Hello, traveler, the second dwarf calls out to you. The Princess Emma? She was just here, and so upset, and she told me why. You never know how fragile life is until, well, I told her to seek out the good fairy of the forest. The fairy is wise in the art of remedies and good health, the dwarf said, trying to hold a hopeful smile. Then he chuckles to himself before continuing. But the princess, she had her own mind. She said before anyone tells her what to do, she had to learn things for herself. She said she was already on her way to the Book of Knowledge, and she'd find her way from there. She left not too long ago. You might be able to catch her. Hurry! The third dwarf smiles at you as you approach and steps away from a rather large book. Welcome to the Book of Knowledge, traveler. You just missed Princess Emma. Distraught she was, but determined. And when she made rifling through these pages almost blew me over, he says with a thoughtful chuckle. She learned that doing her breast self-examination was fine. However, a mammogram and biopsy were also needed. But she also just learned what questions to ask the fairy. Things like what kind of breast cancer she might have, or what her treatment options are, or if there will be any diet changes. There's a lot of questions. But hey, she kept going. You can still catch her. Hurry! The fourth dwarf stands at the foot of a tower, looking up at a woman with long golden hair, and she is pointing at you. The dwarf spins around and runs towards you. There you are, traveler. Rapunzel saw you coming from miles away. She saw Princess Emma, too. She is headed straight for the Book of Wonder. The dwarf looks up again. He sees Rapunzel stare keenly into the distance and nod. Then the dwarf turns to you and nods. Yep, that's where she went. Follow her on her winding path of despair and hope, but look to the angel. The fifth dwarf, who had been peering at a strange glow in the woods, suddenly turns around like he heard you. But his smile fades when he looks across the road. I know you see that poor creature across the way there, traveler. That's how Princess Emma felt, you know, like cancer was a wolf creeping up on her, and those crows again. But she kept going and found hope again. Like this unicorn emerging from a dark forest, she found hope once more. You see the sixth dwarf stroking the fur of a lion as you near. An angel is tending to a wound in the lion's paw. The dwarf hears you, turns, and rises. Somewhere around despair and hope, you will find anger, he says softly. Princess Emma had the anger of a lion, but she realized that she needed to remain calm, diligent, but calm, so the angels could get close enough to care for her. Keep on going. She's not far away. He smiles and turns to pet the lion again. You find the seventh dwarf sitting on the pages of a rather large book with deer prancing around in it. He sees you and hops up to greet you. After working so hard to maintain hope and find calm on her journey, he says, she finally stumbled upon this book and it lightened her spirits. She found testimonials of others who walked the same path and survived. After that encouragement, she pranced away, chin up, back straighter, and hope in her eyes, on her way to the ferry. "Welcome to the Book of Castles," calls out a dwarf, leaning on another rather large book. Princess Emma did not find the ferry here, but what she did find was more helpful information on learning more about her lump and the operation. She lost a little of the calm that was so hard to gain. She was wringing her hands, but she kept moving forward to see the ferry. You can't be that far behind her if you hurry. You found her. Get closer. See her? Straight-backed and proud, but with forlorn eyes, over there at the ferry's door. She lives in the tree of life and knowledge. Emma's eyes light up when she sees the ferry emerge. Princess Emma, all you have read and seen and done on your path has prepared you for this moment. But as this is an enchanted wood and not the realm of man, my magic will take the place of surgery and chemotherapy. The fairy shuts her eyes. So does Princess Emma. As the fairy's wand hovers around it, it taps the air so that little sparkling lights spin around them both. Then they fade. "All is well," said the fairy, opening her eyes. Princess Emma opens hers. She feels her breast. The lump was gone. Still, she had to be sure. But is it? Is it really gone forever? She asks anxiously. Will it come back? The fairy smiles and steps back into the tree. Do not despair, Emma. Seek the children of the grove. Despair no more. Emma, with an uncertain and anxious smile, turns to see you on your horse. Although you are strangers, you offer your hand, and she mounts the horse with you, and you help her to find peace of mind. You pass by the enchanted ladies of the forest, dancing around you both, singing a song of remission. The princess's smile brightens. And you come upon the 10th dwarf. Sure, rest here a while, he says. The princess climbs down for a brief rest at an altar. The enchanted lady's song begins to infuse hope into her again, calming her for a while before you both continue on to the children of the grove. And then you see them, the dancing children of the grove, and the 11th dwarf dancing too. Go on, we're all dancing for you, all dancing for Princess Emma. Hurry to the circle of light, the circle of light. You and the Princess Emma finally reach the grove. She climbs down from the horse and enters. You stay behind and watch with the 12th dwarf, both of you smiling in wonder. 4 women were holding hands around a sparkling fountain. They all look in her direction with smiles of the purest joy. And they all speak in unison. You are in remission. It is clear. You can see it here in the fountain here. Be at peace. Then one speaks alone. But be diligent. Always be diligent. And then they all say together, and live happily ever after. And that is where you leave her, crying tears of the purest joy into the fountain. Thank you for traveling with us, the finishing school of angels on Princess Emma's journey to hope. The story is truer than you know. We also appreciate your presence and generosity in helping those whose lives are threatened with cancer. Thank you for helping them live happily ever after.
Something tells me